The Bronco family is built for all the things that make the wild worth getting back to. With the built wild capability to take on any type of terrain, the speed to take you over more of it, and the tools to take on adventures while you're there. You need a Bronco. The all-new Bronco family, built as wild as what you're looking for.
What is going on, YouTube? Tom here, and yes, I know I'm a little bit late on making this video by a couple of weeks, but today we're going to talk about the new Ford Bronco, which pretty much broke the internet. So, as all you might know, but for those new to the channel, this is my 2020 Toyota Tacoma TRD off-road. And you can say I've been obsessed with four-wheel drives for a little bit. Ever since my dad bought his first four-wheel drive truck when we first moved to Florida when I was 9 years old, he bought a Toyota Tacoma four-wheel drives. Ever since then, always been obsessed with them. So this truck definitely for me was a bucket list item to actually finally own a four-wheel drive truck. So of course, Ford came out with this new Bronco pretty much right after I bought this truck. And of course, people are already saying I should trade for the new Bronco. I probably won't be doing it just because this is my absolute dream truck. But I gotta say this about this Bronco reveal. I'm quite impressed with the new Bronco. It's definitely up there in terms of four-wheel drives. And I mean, it broke the internet for a very good reason. Now, of course, the big one is, as a lot of you know, I am a manual fanboy. I also own a 2018 Ford Mustang GT with a manual. And of course, now this truck, my daily driver, 2020 Tacoma, also has a manual. So believe me, I absolutely love manual transmissions, and I was very pleased with the new Bronco for the fact that it has the option of a 7-speed manual with a crawler gear. And that's pretty cool, and I'm actually really curious to test drive one when they come out, or at least even look at one, even if they, I don't know how common this manual option will be. But of course then I found I thought it was a pretty funny quirk with the new Bronco. So of course the Bronco is going to have Goodyear tires on it. It's going to have Goodyear Wrangler all-terrain tires. Which, ironically enough, that's actually the same tire that's on this truck, my Tacoma. So, it's a very good tire. I don't want to say anything bad about the tire. It's definitely good. Its road manners are really nice. I haven't really taken this truck far off-road yet. I mean, it does great at the beach. So now 2 times I've taken this truck to the beach. So that's definitely worth mentioning. But of course, it's called Wrangler. And with the Bronco, its main competition is the Jeep Wrangler. So they're actually going to be making special tires for it from Goodyear that actually do not have Wrangler on them. It's kind of strange. So you had to go with these tires, but now you have to have special tires just due to the brand name. It's kind of interesting, I thought. And I even just find it more strange because it's, of course, the same tires on this truck, my Tacoma. But overall, the Bronco is looking pretty promising. Obviously, a lot of people were disappointed by the lack of a V8 option, the fact that it's going to have the 2.3 EcoBoost or a 2.7 EcoBoost, both of which are not bad motors. I wish it had an NA option that wasn't an EcoBoost, but you know, I'd take what I could get. I think those are respectable motors overall. The big disappointment I have is that the manual will only be available on the 2.3 EcoBoost, which, although that motor is already comparable to like the V6 in my Tacoma, obviously it's the Ranger's motor that puts out actually more torque than my Tacoma's V6. It's going to be doing that in both platforms. I just wish it was available on the 2.7. That 2.7 is going to have over 400 pound-feet of torque. That's a lot of torque for an off-road vehicle, and that's what you need when you're off-road. That's as I mentioned in my previous videos with this truck, my Tacoma, that's one of my big disappointments, the lack of low-end torque. And then, of course, having the crawler gear option with the manual is definitely well worth it, regardless of motor. So that's gonna be able to help really push this truck out of any tough situations. And then I think the single greatest feature about it, you'll be able to fit 35s. And that right there alone is, I feel like that's an aim straight for the Jeep. Because then a lot of people know with Tacomas, you can only fit 33s before you have to do a cab mount chop. When you start getting into Jeeps, I mean, a base model Jeep will do it, but there's a lot of things that have to be modified. I mean, it's all bolt-on stuff. Really, Jeep, you have to get a Rubicon to get the most amount of tire space. I mean, so in general, the Bronco being able to fit 35s, it sounds like on all trim levels, as far as I'm aware, that sounds pretty amazing. There's a lot of people that are going to want to lift these really straight out of the box. You know, there's people who are going to buy them and immediately throw all these mods on them. So I'm actually excited to see some of that being done. I'm actually very excited to see what people can do with them. And as for the looks, I mean, that's the other big controversy a lot of people kind of have, is the looks of the new Bronco. I mean, personal opinion, I definitely can see the classic Bronco in it. I don't think it looks like a combination of the Toyota FJ and a Jeep Wrangler. Although, I took a good look at it, and actually my dad was the one that pointed this out, and I kind of agree with him. If you look a lot closer at it, it actually looks a lot like an old International Scout. Which, I don't know if that's coincidental or not. I mean, International Scouts already back in the day looked like a rip-off of the Bronco. So, definitely, I think looks are not the Bronco's absolute strong point. Although, I do not think it looks bad. I mean, it definitely was cool to see something retro. I really enjoy it. I'm hoping that sales for the Bronco are really strong, because it did seem like it broke the internet for a little bit. Tacoma people are all talking about trading for Broncos. You got all the different memes going on. I think it caught a lot of people's attention, and I think that was one of the best things for it. The fact that it's going to have the ability to take off the doors and the roof just like a Jeep, the soft top versus hard top option. I think it's going to be impressive, and I mean, the pricing, it's right on par with a Jeep. And then my single favorite package, I think, and if I were to need a Bronco, this is the spec I would probably get. Any packages, including the base, you can get the Sasquatch package, which I think looks pretty cool. I don't know if I would necessarily get a base model, but I would definitely look into a lower trim on the Bronco, just because it would save a little bit of money, and then you get that Sasquatch package. That's just saying the Bronco's going to be able to do everything the Jeep Rubicon can do at a cheaper price. So I think it's going to be pretty cool. And I mean, I'm excited for the Bronco to come out. Like I said, I want to see one in person, test drive one if I can. I mean, obviously there's going to be a lot of people who are going to trade in Tacomas for Broncos, or even Jeeps for Broncos. It's the new upcoming 4x4. And if sales are strong, I see Toyota coming back out with something like the FJ Cruiser. I mean, or even Jeep having to just step their game up again. So, let me know in the comment section below what you think about this new Bronco, because I'm quite excited for it. I mean, I'm definitely not really a true Ford guy. I mean, I do own a Mustang, but I daily drive a Toyota. Let me know what y'all think about it. Anyway, if you like this video, go ahead and leave a thumbs up. If you are stopping for the first time, go ahead and subscribe, because I just want to say this, guys, you all have been killing it lately with the subscriber count has been going way up, so I want to give a big thank you to all of the new subscribers here to the channel. And obviously, returning subscribers, you all are doing great. I've had my best month and actually, like, I think about 2 years when it comes to ad revenue. So ad revenue is way up, subscribers way up, views are all way up, and I think you're all really excited to see this channel, so it makes me happy that this channel is definitely continuing to grow like I've wanted it to do for a long time. So if you are stopping in for the first time, once again, please subscribe, because I want to keep this momentum going. I really want to help this channel grow a lot more. We finally hit 2,000 subscribers, so that's a great thing. But anyway, take care, have a good day.